Let me show you a new clay idea.
I think I've finally mastered the perfect fake cream cheese recipe. But why would you want fake cream cheese? To spread on your fake toast, you silly goose. I'm more of an avo and red onion kind of person, but I thought blueberries would be the perfect combo to go with cream cheese. So I stain my clay purple, which stains my hands purple, then I roll them into blueberries and make that little indentation at the top. I push them onto thumbtacks so I have something to hold on to while I brush them with coloured pigment. Blueberries have that kind of frosted look, which I try to replicate using white powder. Then using a pair of tweezers, I just drop them onto the cream cheese like you would assembling any other normal piece of toast. And the best part is it can also be used as an incense holder.
How I make these stars may surprise you. So these are ceramic paper stars. You may be thinking, nope, those are just ceramic stars. Why are you calling them paper stars? They're clearly not made out of paper, right? Well, I tried to make regular ceramic stars and this was the outcome. They are not very good. So then I got a comment saying that I should try wrapping paper stars in clay, and that's exactly what I did. So I just took paper stars, got pieces of clay in little circles, and wrapped the clay around the paper stars like you can see that I'm doing here, and then just kind of repeated that process on the other side, smoothed out all of those overlaps, and then I got this really adorable little star. I put them on these little high fire wires so that way they were easier to kiln and glaze later in the process. That also provides an air hole for the smoke from the fire to escape, because yes, the paper will catch on fire. And you just, kiln them like regular. And here's a whole handful of the little ones. Then it was on to clear glaze, and I just put them on these little bee trees so that way they can be fully glazed. They come right off, everything's perfect, and you have adorable little hollow star.
I give her all my.
Every time he leave me alone, he always tell me he miss it. He wanna F-F-R-E-A-K-F-R-E. This time I want you, like it's magnetic.
I made polymer clay desk friends so you guys don't have to. Let's see how hard this DIY is. First step, learning from my mistakes last time, I'm going to add some oil to the clay to soften it. This is a hack I found out about and it made it a bit easier to work with, especially if you don't have a pasta maker. Now the problem with poly clay is it attracts so much dust and fluff. You have to be so meticulous, and I like to work smart, not hard. This is the result, guys. Resin, of course, fixed it and gave it that clean look. It's a 10 out of 10 DIY. Look at the gyoza, so cute.
Maybe I was just crazy. Maybe it was the 60s. Or maybe I was just a girl.
I'm me again. Feels like it's been years.
It'll be okay, dude.
Aku sama pacar aku suka banget Taylor Swift. Dan album favorit dia itu Lover.
Jadi buat kado anniversary aku bikinin dia candle house inspired by lover house dari clay. Seperti yang tadi udah dilihat, aku tuh udah bikin sketsanya dulu di iPad untuk nentuin measurementnya gitu. Terus habis itu aku bikin polanya supaya potongan claynya itu nanti pas. Aku ini tipe orang yang kalau ngasih kado tuh lebih suka kado-kado yang handmade. Karena aku ngerasa aku bisa bikinnya dan in some cases itu lebih meaningful. Tapi sejujurnya aku most of the time lebih prefer terima barang yang beli gitu ya. Jadi bukan barang handmade. Mungkin karena aku ngerasa kayak aku bisa bikin kali ya. Jadi sometimes aku lebih prefer dikasih barang yang aku nggak bisa beli. Tapi emang pacar aku tahun ini request kado anniversary-nya tuh pengen dibikinin sesuatu dari clay gitu. Jadi setelah cukup lama mikirin mau bikin apa, aku mutusin untuk bikin lover house ini. Setiap potongan yang aku bikin itu, aku halusin pinggirannya pakai air. Pokoknya intinya kalau bikin clay itu adalah air dan air gitu ya. Di sini juga karena measurementnya agak off, karena aku nggak ngitung-ngitung ketebalan claynya. Di sini aku sambungin piecesnya itu dengan clay juga, tapi agak tebel-tebel gitu supaya ngepasin ukurannya juga. Intinya semua gap itu tinggal dilapis sama clay, dikasih air terus diratain. Oh ya, dan juga sebelum aku sambungin claynya, aku tuh udah keringin dulu claynya di udara selama kurang lebih 8 jam supaya claynya tuh udah cukup kokoh dulu sebelum aku tempel-tempelin gitu satu sama lainnya. Jadi pastiin gak ada gap supaya nanti pas ngeringin atau pas udah kering itu dia gak bakal patah. Nah sebelum aku coloring ini sebenarnya aku amplas dulu ya supaya smooth banget gitu permukaannya. Setelah diamplas sambungan-sambungan claynya tuh jadi gak gitu kelihatan. Buat yang suka tailor juga pasti tahu kalau setiap warna dari rumah lover itu tuh representasi dari album-albumnya Taylor. Makanya di sini warnanya tuh kayak beda-beda gitu ya. Sisanya aku kasih warna neutral untuk balancing aja supaya nggak terlalu rame gitu. Di bawahnya aku kasih inisial aku dan pacar aku yang coincidentally sama dengan inisialnya Taylor. Terakhir aku kasih coating glossy supaya looksnya kayak keramik gitu. Dan ini hasilnya, bye-bye.
I made a giant blueberry out of clay in my high school ceramics class, and I got to bring it home the other day, and I wanted to make a video about it, but I only have pictures of the process, so here you go. Now it lives on my nightstand next to my bed, and I think it looks so fun and beautiful. Let me know what you think. Bye!
Somebody told me you don't have a little trinket shelf? What? Let's make one! I've been seeing these little trinket shelves everywhere from my Instagram Explore page to my Pinterest, so I decided to make my own out of air dry clay. You want to start out by rolling out a thin slab of clay and then cutting out a dome shape. This dome shape will be the base of your shelf. Then you're going to roll out a second slab so you can cut out a really long ribbon piece like the one you see here to go all the way around your dome shape, and then a smaller rectangle for the base. I then place some coils on the outside where the two pieces were fused together and on the inside just for some extra reinforcement, and then I blended it all in with my wooden tool. I also used my fingers to smooth it out and my clay sponge to give it just an extra smooth finish. I also made sure that my little smeeski was gonna fit in my little shelf. And after that, the final step is making a little hole at the top of the shelf so you're able to hang it up on your wall. Now it's time to set it off to dry, so I'll see you guys in 24 hours. Bye!
Wait till I saw the sun. I don't know why I didn't come. I left you by the house of fun. I don't know why I didn't.
The best clay for cosplay. Perfect for thin details. Air dry. Super cheap. And easy to make at home. Here is recipe for you. Simple kids glue. Put 200 grams to a container. Baking starch from local supermarket. 200 grams. Same amount as glue. Mix, mix, mix. It's important to mix properly before adding next ingredients. Your clay should look like this. Any cheap shampoo or liquid soap. 2 spoons. Mix everything again. Chemicals in the shampoo help the glue and starch particles to bond. Any veggie oil. 2 spoons. Oil makes this material easier to work with. Mix very well before the next step. Now you should heat the clay. Carefully put container to a pan with boiling water. Heat for 10 minutes. You need some of the water to evaporate. It starts to look like cottage cheese. When clay is cold, add some hand cream and knead the clay very well. Keep it in a plastic bag in the fridge. Ready to use after 20.
Of myself with no experience, part 1. I used some foil that previously wrapped garlic bread, reduce, reuse, recycle. I scratched up the surface to make it stick better or something, I don't know, I've just seen people do it before. The neck was way too long, had to fix that. Giving myself a snatched waist, hate how this feels on my hands. Filling out my hips, it doesn't have to be realistic, okay? For some reason, the arms were the hardest part, I don't know why. But oh my god, this is looking actually so cute. My dad gave me a flip phone to make art with or something, so tell me if you have any ideas. Luckily, the legs weren't nearly as hard as the arms. It's all coming together, oh my god, I'm so proud of myself, and the moment of truth, oh my god, can stand on its own.
That you don't have a little witch hat picture holder? What? Let's make one. Hello guys, I'm back with another picture holder idea, and you guessed it, it is a little witch hat. Since I had already made a little pumpkin picture holder and a ghost picture holder, I thought it was essential for me to make a little witch hat picture holder. Alrighty, so I started out by rolling out some clay to an even thickness, and then using a cookie cutter, I cut out the base of the hat. Then, using the leftover slab of clay, I rolled it into a cone for the top of the hat. Next, I just used my wood tool that you see here to blend those two pieces together and also smooth out the piece overall. And then, to smooth it out even more, I brought out my clay sponge and just started smoothing out the base and the cone of the hat. I also used my fingers to tap in some imperfections, and then I added a little rectangle for the buckle of the hat. Then, for the picture holder part, I used my flat cutter to create a little divot right on top. And after that, I was done. Now I'm setting it out to dry for 24 hours, and then I get to paint it. Follow for part 2. Bye!
dust is raining, there's words written with.
I could not make stars no matter how hard I tried. And then I got this comment. So I made some paper stars and I took clay and mushed it into these tiny little circles, mushed it onto the paper stars and around them, and then stuck them on these sticks, put them in the kiln, had no idea what was going to happen, and it worked. Guys, little stars. Look.